Hey guys, Gabriel from Graceful Toad here, and today I have another Megahouse figure for you in the Kuroko basket range. This time it's Midorima, and what you may notice straight away is my box is a bit faded, and that's because I bought it from a guy who owns a store in Japan, and he also sells a lot of his stuff through eBay, and I have a feeling this must have been left in the shop window, because where it's most blatantly obvious is this stick is meant to be a dark orange, it's a bright yellow, and if we turn it slightly, you can see the actual shade of orange is meant to be compared to what it is on the front. So hopefully it won't affect the figure too bad. So moving past that, as I've just said, we've had our sticker, our Kuroko basket logo, our Megahouse logo on the bottom. This side we have a shot of him from the side, two windows, and his name and number down bottom. And so the same dealio on this side, just from a different angle. And on the back we have a good look at his face. Some different portraits and some more text. Up top we have another window and a picture of him from above. And as usual, nothing going on the bottom. So here he is, and I've actually found out something that I wish I found out before because he's the last one I have to do. But when it comes to doing these pegs, it's actually easier to push the peg through into his foot first and then knot it into the base, rather than putting the peg into the base and then putting the figure on top of it. So let's start quickly at the base. And we've got our standard affair of all his details there, his name, his team, his number, and the basketball sort of wooden cut. And as you can see, the peg, as usual, blends quite well into the base and goes quite far into his foot and up into his leg. So before we go too in depth, he's one of the two figures in this collection that comes with accessories and side parts, and this includes two pairs of glasses. This here is the thicker pair which you see him wearing sort of day to day and in classroom life, while during the games he wears these much thinner. It's almost so thin it's difficult to get it to pick up on camera, but they're far more thin and streamlined. So to me it makes more sense to have him wearing these. So I actually had to get my needle nose pliers out to get them onto his face. It's actually quite difficult to do it with his arms in the position that they are. You don't have much room to work. So I'd recommend getting yourself a pair of tweezers just to feed them on and through. I'm still not quite happy with the placement, but I'll have to mess around with it at a later date. So as you can see, there's a bit of shake to him. But that's as it is with all these figures, there's a slight shake because of the peg. So let's continue on taking a look at him. As usual, we have absolutely flawless paint. It doesn't look like him sitting in the shop window has affected his colours too much. So if we take a quick look, the shoes, they're really nice and clean. Nice blue design there, the laces are well sculpted. He's jumping, so his calves are really in action, you can see. Some great muscularity depicted there as we move up. That stripe must have been really difficult to do paint-wise, following the movement of the pants. It's really clean though. Looks really good. You can see now the more movement, there's loads there in the shorts, and again more of his stripe work and his numbers and his text done really well. So I'm going to have to go freehand for a little while here so we can take a better look at him when it comes to the top. And I really love his orange and his black. It's, well, not black, but it's sort of very dark green. I think it's really well done. Looks really nice, impactful. So there's a lot of grey within this shading on the white here. Number, done as flawlessly as ever. Looks really good, there's more movement carried on in his clothing here. Shading on his hair, standard deal, it's really well done. There's sort of a dark green, almost black, fading to a lighter green near the top of his head. Some slight muscularity, obviously not overly muscular. It doesn't fit his character too much to be overly muscular. And there's a quick look at his face. And as always, we have great detail on the basketball there. So, looks pretty damn good as expected from this range. Let's measure him up. He's actually quite a tall one compared to some of the other figures, and then we'll give you some figure comparisons. So he stands just over a foot taller, about 31 centimeters to the top of the basketball. He's actually quite wide compared to some of the others because his foot overhangs the base, so we have to go from the edge of his foot to the edge of his base, which is 4.5 going on 4 5/8, so about 12 centimeters in width. Not much to his depth though, it's just beyond the width of his base because his head's hanging out slightly, so about just under 4.5 inches, which is about 11 centimeters. Here he is on a detail shot by myself, and as you can see, he pretty much fills it height-wise really tall. Here's 1/8 Jotaro Kujo, and here's 1/6 Jotaro Kujo. So as usual, absolutely no complaints about a Megahouse figure from me. The colours and the painting are all done really well as usual. I really like the gradient of his hair, I think it's done really great. And I really like the pose. I guess my only slight complaint is it was quite difficult to get those glasses on, but that's not really a problem with the figure itself. So, wrap up, yeah, another great piece. A really nice piece in terms of presence. It really fills the space. So, I'm super happy with it. I really like the orange and black contrast too, bringing some more colour to the collection. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.